And the first time I ran on the basis that I'd like to get back and do some public service before my career was done. The former mayor of Reading and myself used to kid each other that being mayor of a third-class city in Pennsylvania is an excellent end-of-career job because you're about finished when you're done with this. When I ran and was elected, we decided early on that we weren't going to make decisions based on re-election or based on a term. And in fact, we have a joke up in the office every now and then. Somebody says, well, this is wearing out. And, myself or someone else will say, well, will it last past the next election? And, everybody laughs at it. It's a joke. But unfortunately, some politicians think that way. They think everything in terms of election. I decided that at the end of 3.5 years, my first 3.5 years, I didn't want to be saying, why didn't I do this? Why did I pull that? Why did they, we knew this had to be done and I didn't do it for political reasons. And we decided to do some things, some of which were unpopular, but turned out to be right in my opinion. We decided to do some things and we were going to go ahead no matter what their effect on the election would be. Similarly, when I decided to run the second time, I sat down and thought about it and said we're in the middle of a lot of things. I'm still physically up to it. I enjoy it and we'll do it again, but also with the same idea in mind. We don't know if we're running for a third term. We're not going to make decisions based on that and end up saying, why didn't I do this? Why didn't I make changes when I had the ability to do it? This time, I talked to my wife, and again, I'm pushing 70, and Gail said, you've given time to your church, you were on the vestry, you've given time to your profession, you were president of the Bar Association, president of the Pennsylvania Association of Criminal Defense Lawyers, you've given time to your avocation, you were chairman of the board of the American Motorcyclists Association. When you've given time to your community, you've been mayor now going on 8 years. When are you going to give time to your family? And I think, one, that was a little harsh because I have given a lot of time to my family, but it made me think about, really, do I want to do this again or do I want to get time to see my grandkids grow up? I mean, I have a grandkid that's 17 already, and a lot of younger ones, and it makes it very difficult. So it was a personal decision. She said that in a way of causing me to think about it because she totally supports my decision, Gail does, to run. But it was something I had to really contemplate as to whether I'm up to doing it. One of the worst things you can do is stay in a position because you like the title and you don't want to do it anymore. And I've seen that happen in organizations. I've seen it happen politically where people just sort of like the trappings but don't want to do the work. And I want to make sure it doesn't happen to me because it's not pretty when it happens. So I thought long and hard about it. Again, we did Leadership for a Change in 2005, Leadership That Works in 2009, and 2013 we're going to do Leadership with Results. We think we've gotten results now, and we're in the process of getting more. So that was sort of the decision-making process. I talked, needless to say, to a lot of people, both politically and professionally, and asked their opinion. And also just the guys on the street. I kiddingly tell people it takes me 20 minutes to walk a block, but it's not that kidding sometimes. People just want to talk, so I ask them, how am I doing? Now, I'm assuming the majority of them are honest, but the feedback is pretty positive, that they like where the city is, they like where it's going, and they want it to continue. And I'd like to be a part of that for another 4 years.